Assalamualaikum. We are from the Environmental Aspect Group under the topic Challenges to Sustainable Development. Today, we would like to share our focus area, broad upcycling in IIUM using plastic and cloth waste. Sustainability is often discussed in IIUM, especially during special events like Earth Day or through certain subjects. However, based on our observation, recycling and upcycling are not yet part of the campus daily lifestyle. We noticed that many students are still unaware of the concept of upcycling, and the difference between recycling and upcycling is often misunderstood. As a result, plastic, bottles, and old clothes are commonly thrown away instead of being reused or transformed into something useful. This shows that sustainable habits, especially upcycling, are still a challenge in IIUM. The awareness and practice are limited and not yet consistent across the campus community. So what does upcycling mean? Upcycling means reusing waste or unwanted items to increase their value, unlike recycling, which breaks down the materials through energy consuming an industrial process. Upcycling transforms items without destroying their originality form. Upcycling has many environmental benefits. It helps reduce waste, save natural resources, and minimize the amount of waste sent to landfills. It also promotes sustainability by encouraging creative reuse, inspiring people to find new purpose for discarded items, and supporting problem through innovative thinking.
Moving on to the objectives. So the first objective is to reduce the amount of plastic and textile waste generated within the IIUM campus by repurposing discarded materials into useful products. So this primary objective is to drastically reduce the amount of textile and plastic produced within IIUM campus. And this will be achieved by collecting waste materials such as plastic bottles and used clothing, and using innovative and creative upcycling techniques to transform them into new and useful products. This project aims to reduce the university's environmental impact and help create a cleaner, healthier campus environment by keeping these products out of the trash bin waiting to be disposed of. The second objective is to raise awareness and increase knowledge among IIUM students and community about the environmental benefits of upcycling waste. So this project also aims to raise awareness of the environmental advantages of upcycling among IIUM students and the wider campus community, including all the staffs. So this includes clarifying the differences between recycling and upcycling by providing examples of useful upcycling method and highlighting the impact of individual and collective actions on reduction of waste. So this initiative intends to promote a culture of sustainability and environmental care by holding seminars and campaigns. And this will also enable students to make a wise decision, as they will have received enough knowledge through the seminars and the campaign. Okay, and lastly, to encourage IIUM students to reuse materials instead of discarding them away and reducing resource consumption. Another key objective is to promote the regular use of creative transformation of materials that would otherwise be thrown away. And this can happen by encouraging students to view waste as a resource. It will lessen their reliance on single-use and disposable items while motivating them to learn new craft and design techniques. So through student-led projects such as upcycling competition and ongoing supports from the IIUM management, this project aims to make upcycling a routine part of campus life and thus reducing resource consumption.
Now, let's take a look at some of the key challenges we identify in our project. First, there's the improper disposal of plastic and textile waste, which directly harms both land and marine ecosystem. This issue is closely linked to SDG 14 and 15, which focus on life below water and life on land. Secondly, we found that there's a low awareness about upcycling. There are very few practical learning opportunities and student participation in related initiatives remains limited. Another major issue is the lack of an organized structure. Currently, there are no proper collection points or a coordinating body to manage plastic or textile waste effectively. Lastly, we are also facing a culture of overconsumption. People tend to develop wasteful habits, especially with clothes and plastic, and there's minimal effort in terms of reuse and recycling. To understand the current mindset and gather opinion on these challenges, we conducted a simple Google Form survey with 28 participants. The first question asked whether combining plastic and old clothes into new product is a good environmental solution. So, as you can see, a large majority, which is 82.1%, has answered yes, showing a very strong support for the concept of upcycling. In the second question, we asked if they would support a byproduct made from upcycled plastic and textile waste. Here, 64.3% said yes, while 32.1% said maybe. This shows a positive attitude towards sustainable alternative, even though some people are still unsure. So these responses suggest that while awareness is still growing, there is potential interest and support for upcycled products, especially if more learning opportunities and a structured system are in place.
To better understand the situation, our team conducted a survey using a Google form to gather information on reusable items from the IIUM community. Based on the responses, we identified common waste materials like plastic and clothes that can be upcycled. We also physically visited the mahala to collect reusable items directly from students and staff. To support ongoing efforts, we plan to place clearly labeled bins in each mahala to make it easier for everyone to dispose of reusable waste properly. So the collected materials will then be transformed into upcycled product, turning waste into useful and attractive items. Through this project, we hope to raise awareness about upcycling and encourage the IIUM community to adopt sustainable habits every day.
So to address the challenges mentioned, it is crucial to establish an ongoing system that supports and actively promotes upcycling activities within the IIUM community. Upholding the upcycling practice requires creating opportunities for continuous community involvement and skill development. By creating an environment where individuals can regularly participate and enhance their abilities in upcycling, this approach helps in ensuring that the momentum gained from the earlier project is not only maintained but also expanded over time. Such efforts would indirectly contribute to lasting environmental benefits not only for the university but also for its community as well. So, one practical way to achieve this goal is by creating a dedicated upcycling club at IIUM. This club will serve as a platform where the student community can collaborate on transforming various waste materials like plastics and clothes into a valuable and usable products. In addition, this club can further organize workshops and educational sessions which aims to share knowledge on the importance of the practice of upcycling and its positive impact on the environment. These proposed recommendations are one of the ways to help raise awareness among participants about sustainable practices and encourage them to join the efforts to protect the environment. This practice will not only help one to develop their creative and technical skills, but they play an important role in helping us to save our environment with its sustainable nature. Through these activities, participants may gradually grow a strong and passionate community with a goal towards sustainability. This sense of community and shared purpose is crucial in overcoming the challenges such as inconsistent involvement and lack of ongoing support, which usually will hinder the success of environmental protection. Other than forming an upcycling club, Organizing an upcycling fest would further increase the benefit of the initiative proposed. By conducting upcycling fest, IIUM community can create a lively and engaging event that could raise public awareness about the importance of upcycling efforts. The fest would provide an opportunity to showcase and sell upcycled products to demonstrate the value and creativity involved in turning waste into useful items. This platform, when created, would not only allow club members and participants to present their products to the audience, but also inspire others to adopt sustainable practices in their daily lives. Furthermore, the problem of overconsumption among students, which usually is fueled by culture, poses significant challenges to sustainability efforts at IIUM. Many students choose to discard clothes or overused plastic products without considering any alternative options, making the number of waste produced increase day by day. To address this issue, it is essential to change the students' perspective from their overconsumption mentality to a mindset that promotes awareness and responsibility towards sustainable consumption. This can be achieved through regular awareness campaigns and educational programs that highlights the environmental impact of overconsumption and the benefit of mindful consumption. Also, promoting practical alternatives such as reusable bottles and old clothes may help encourage students to reduce their reliance on single-use plastics and fast fashion. IIUM may create a thrift market on campus to further support this effort by providing accessible options for sustainable shopping.
Okay, let's move to the next point, which is the significance of this project. First significance of this project is climate change mitigation, which is related with SDG 13, climate action. Turning something that is no longer used into something new can reduce environmental pollution by helping to reduce the need to produce new materials, which often involve burning fossil fuels and releasing greenhouse gases. Instead, the aim of our project is to reduce the amount of plastic and textile waste generated within IIUM by repurposing discarded material into useful products. By undertaking this project, we can support efforts to slow down global warming and educate students about the environmental impact of their careless lifestyle that are increasingly polluting in this area. Not at all. Students are involved in recycling, they become more aware of how waste contribute to climate change and are more likely to adopt climate-friendly habits such as reducing plastic, recycling, and saving energy. In this way, this project not only benefit the environment but also builds a more environmentally responsible campus community in line with the goal of SDG 13. For the second significance is the on conservation of natural resources, which is related with SDG 14, life below water. As we know, IIUM envision near natural ecosystem, including river and green areas, makes proper waste management especially important to prevent pollution from entering nearby waterways. Through the upcycling project, plastic and paper waste is collected and repurposed instead of being discarded, reducing the risk of it being washed into rivers and eventually reaching the ocean. This helps protect aquatic ecosystem and marine life from the harmful effect of plastic pollution, such as entanglement and ingestion by marine animals. By preserving water quality and marine biodiversity, the project supports the goal of SDG 14, life below water, which is emphasize the sustainability use of ocean resources. Healthy marine ecosystems are essential not only for protecting wildlife but also for ensuring food security, supporting livelihoods, and regulating the global climate. Next, for the third significance for this project is environmental protection and pollution reduction, which is related with SDG 6, 7, and 3. Okay, let's discuss first for the SDG 6, which is clean water. Is closely supported by recycling practices as it contributes significantly to reducing the leakage of plastic waste into rivers, drains, and other bodies of water in and around the campus environment. When plastic are reused or recycled rather than discarded, the likelihood of this material ending up in waterways is greatly reduced. This helps to preserve the cleanliness and safety of water resources that are essential not only for campus use but also for nearby communities that may rely on them for daily needs. In the long term, such effort foster a more sustainable relationship between human activity and natural water ecosystem, ensuring access to clean water for current and future generations. In the second SDG, which is the clean energy and good health and well-being, for the third SDG, which is SDG3, are also indirectly advanced through recycling practices. By giving a second life to used materials such as plastics that survive, the need for new raw materials is reduced, which in turn reduces the energy consumption associated by large-scale industrial manufacture. This energy conservation reduces overall carbon emission and environmental degradation. Furthermore, limiting the amount of waste that accumulates on campus lead to a cleaner and more hygienic environment, reducing exposure to pollutants that can affect respiratory health and overall well-being. This improvement benefits not only with students and staff, but also the surrounding, the residential community, and by promoting safer, cleaner, and healthier living spaces.
So by implementing this upcycling initiative, we expect several positive outcomes for IIUM. First is reduce waste, a significant decrease in plastic and cloth waste on campus through upcycling and proper waste collection. Next is increase awareness, better understanding among students and staff about upcycling, fostering a more sustainable campus culture. And next is student empowerment, opportunities for students to develop creative and practical skills through workshops, competitions, and student-led projects. And next is community engagement, stronger collaboration with the operation of an upcycling club, regular events, and shared environmental goals. Next is support for SDGs. Our efforts contribute directly to the Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDGs 3, 6, 7, 13, and 14, by reducing pollution, conserving resources, and promoting health and clean energy. And the last one is Sustainable Campus Framework, establishment of long-term system to maintain and expand upcycling activities across IIUM. So through these benefits, we hope to create a greener, more creative and sustainable IIUM for everyone.
To conclude, the project of broad upcycling initiative in IIUM using plastic and textile waste highlights the urgent need for IIUM to go beyond occasional recycling activities and make upcycling a regular project at the campus. The findings received from the Google form shows that while awareness of sustainability between the students exists, their actual involvement in recycling and upcycling is still quite low. And many students are still not aware of the idea of upcycling and do not have the time or lack of motivation to engage in such activities, which leads to ongoing improper disposal of plastic and textile waste. So, by implementing this project, it offers significant educational and environmental benefits. By transforming waste into useful products, IIUM can reduce landfill contributions, lower carbon emission, and help protect local ecosystem given IIUM's close proximity to the natural areas. So this project directly supports multiple sustainable development goals, including good health and well-being, SDG 3, clean water and sanitation, SDG 6, clean energy, SDG 7, climate action, SDG 13, and life below water, SDG 14, by reducing climate change, conserving natural resources, and improving campus health and cleanliness. In conclusion, the suggested upcycling project has the potential to completely transform IIUM waste management culture, drastically lessen its environmental impact, and enable students to become sustainability sustainability advocates both on and beyond the campus if it is supported by ongoing education, planned events, and community involvement. Thank you.